Today, we are diving into the unique intersection of technology, immigration, and digital media.
So if you do not have the essential skills to build or scale a business without money, don't even start it. Don't even think about it.
Your personal journey as an immigrant has profoundly shaped your understanding of immigration challenges and the mission of Utter Vision.
I think having an immigrant in every country, it's a value. It's a very important thing. If like countries that grow very fast, it's usually about immigrants.
Hello, Canadian entrepreneurs. Are you dreaming of starting a business but think you need a lot of money? No. Hi, this is Kripa Anand, and welcome to the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the strategic insights and innovative approaches empowering Canadian entrepreneurs to build successful ventures and drive social impact. Today, we are diving into the unique intersection of technology, immigration, and digital media, focusing on how automation and education are redefining a critical industry. In a world where global mobility is increasing, navigating the complexities of immigration and providing accessible solutions is paramount. Our guest today brings sharp instincts in technology, a proven entrepreneurial track record, and a deeply personal connection to the challenges faced by immigrants. Joining us today is Sahand Vafaei, a Canadian entrepreneur and angel investor and the founder of Utter Vision. Sahand made headlines at just 20 by selling his first startup for $3.4 million. He later founded FameRanks, a creator analytics platform, and now leads Utter Vision, a fast growing SaaS startup redefining the immigration consulting industry. He continues to back early stage companies with disruptive potential in AI, SaaS, and the future of work. So, before further ado, let's welcome him. Sahand, welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, Kripa. It's nice to be here too. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure, Sahand, and I'm very excited for this conversation today because it's going to be about technology and immigration, something that a lot of people are not talking about, but they should, right? But let's start from your journey. It started remarkably early, right? And you're known for your strong opinions, especially on entrepreneurship. Let's start with where did it all begin? Did you always want to become an entrepreneur? Where did this story start?
Okay. Yes, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. So, please go ahead and educate our listeners, especially all the aspiring entrepreneurs out there. How should they start a business without money, and what unique aspects of entrepreneurship have helped you build a successful venture from ground up?
It's a very good question. I actually love answering this question about starting a business without money because I was the one who, when I was 19,
Okay.
I started my company with only a laptop.
Mhm.
Okay. And later on, we sold it to PICO for 3.2 and, made the magazines and all those things. So I know a lot of people don't agree with me in that, but I really believe if you don't know how to start a business without the money, you actually shouldn't start a business. Because for starting a business, what is the most critical thing you need to know, because no matter what stage you are in every business, you're going to run out of money, you're going to have financial problem.
Right.
So if you do not have the essential skills to build or scale a business without money,
Right.
don't even start it. Don't even think about it. Go work somewhere unless until you gain enough experience,
Right.
and then you can do something with it. But money is not the first critical thing for a business. It's the skills.
Wow. So you had this understanding at the age of 19.
Well, I had to.
You had to.
Yes,
Okay.
I had to.
So, is there any story that shaped your path towards it?
The story that shaped my path towards it, I'm not sure if you know or not, but I used to play basketball professional in Iran. I was in like national youth.
Oh, wow.
Yes, in Iran. And after I got injured, I had to quit basketball and I was looking for a skill to learn. I started my software development like journey through universities and college. And while I was learning software and programming, I start like basically building. We met a few people. We started the FameRanks together.
Got it.
So
You co-founded it together.
yeah, we co-founded the Fame Ranks
Okay.
together. It was more like an algorithm. We never launched it as a company.
Right.
It was just an algorithm that was very early on acquired by PICO, so we didn't continue building it. I still own FameRank.
Okay.
Yes, but not the algorithm, just the company, just the name.
Got it.
Yes.
So, wow, that's a very powerful and incredibly empowering perspective, Sahand. It challenges the conventional wisdom that is out there that you need to get the skills to know where to get the funding from. Are all of your businesses bootstrapped, or did you acquire funding as well in the early stages specifically?
Not for FameRanks, no.
Not
but
for
for Outer
FameRank.
Vision, we have raised funds.
Okay. So, since you've been through that journey, for all of our listeners, majority of them are at the similar stage right now where they are also they want to get the funding from the right people, right? What advice do you have for them?
So the first thing before you look for a funding, you must look for why someone should fund you.
Right.
It's not about the funding. Everyone loves money. Companies that like A-range,
Of course.
B-range,
Yeah.
they always want to raise fund.
Right.
Okay. Why, if you're earlier stage, if you're in seed, pre-seed, why would someone invest in you? That's a more important question to answer than why you need money, because everybody needs money.
Right.
And what I think with the best suggestion I have for entrepreneurs is focus on sales.
Right. If you know how to,
because
sell
by
your
the end of
product,
you're
yeah.
selling to your customer, you're selling your idea to your investor, you're selling yourself to investors.
Yes.
Like, it's not about the problem or the solution. Everybody has a solution to every problem, right? Like, it's about how you show you are the one.
Right. It's the presentation that matters.
It's you. It's you. It's investors invest in you. They don't invest in your company. Well, yes, if you have a lot of traction and revenue, that's a total different story. They will go through your documents. But before that, it's just you and you. No matter what business it is. It could be a podcast. It could be a digital media.
Right.
It's about you. People invest in you.
That is a very, strong perspective, and I completely agree with you. While we're on that note,
just to add something here,
Yeah.
especially something I recently been facing a lot through Keiritsu, because we are investing with Keiritsu from in Toronto, is we see a lot of amazing and brilliant entrepreneurs in tech industry. They are very bad salesmen.
Right.
They are actually they are a domain expert about whatever they're talking about, like their companies.
Right.
They are bad salesmen when they are coming to pitch you, when they try to build connection.
Yeah.
They are like, give me money. That's not how it works, man. It's more about relationship. It's more about personal, because you don't have attraction that I can count on. So I need to count on you,
right,
that you can make it. So they are very bad salesmen, just to give you a perspective. That's kind of interesting. Recently, we've been seeing it a lot.
No, definitely, yes. Usually when you're, good in the technical part of it, usually you're not considered good, in marketing and sales. And
more introvert.
More reserved.
You want to work hard, not...
Exactly, right. Hello, Canadian entrepreneurs. Are you dreaming of starting a business but think you need a lot of money? No. Learn from Sahand Vafaei, founder of Outer Vision, on how to start a business without money, the power of building the right team, and how innovation is redefining the immigration industry. Let's continue our conversation with him. Now, while we're on that note, Sahand, beyond capital and the ideas, you emphasize the profound impact of having the right people in your business and personal life, right? So, how exactly does surrounding yourself with the right people contribute to, a startup's growth, help navigate the challenges, and build long-term resilience for entrepreneurs? And also, before you answer that, what is right? Right can be, it's a very subjective word, right? It can be different for you, it can be different for me. What do you mean, right people?
Well, if I want to answer you generally and quickly, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the time the most. Right?
I've never looked at it from this perspective.
You are what you do. You are what you eat. Right. You are the average of the 5 closest people you spend the time the most. You are one of them.
Right.
So if the people you're hanging out with, if your friends, if your colleagues, if your co-founders, they don't have the vision as you do, they are not as ambitious as you are, they don't have the skills that you do, they I'm not saying they will stop you, but they will make you like them. Like you may working in a company, like you're making good money and you're explaining about the startup you want to start. It's not about, there's nothing wrong with it. They just try to tell you you're already making good money, because that's enough for them.
Yes.
It might not be enough for you.
Phase, yeah.
But you have greater vision, you have bigger ambitions. They don't. So it's not about they're necessarily bad, but just to generally give you an answer, because we don't know who is right, who's wrong, right?
Right.
But the easiest way to put it is that way. You're the average of them.
Wow.
So
That's
so be
very
very
well
be very
put.
be very careful. Be very careful, because changing your circle, it's hard, it's time consuming, and at the very early days of every business or every entrepreneur journey,
Yeah.
you're not seeing the people you like to see.
Right.
That's a fact.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure you went through this with podcasts too. The very early days of podcasts and every company, you see people that they are not exactly what you were expecting, but you have to be with them the best way you can potentially,
Right.
so you can grow.
Right. That's very well articulated indeed. It makes us underscore the human capital and strong relationships. Are truly the bedrock of any successful venture. It's not just about money at the end of the day, but about building strong relations, strong personal networks. So again, thank you for highlighting that. All right, let's take a short break right here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us. Still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep. Healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah. Well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep. That's all us. That's all UPS.
All right, welcome back, guys. Let's continue our conversation with Sahand. Now, let's delve into a topic deeply personal to you. That is why immigration and its challenges matter profoundly, right? Your personal journey as an immigrant has profoundly shaped your understanding of immigration challenges and the mission of Utter Vision. So, if I were to ask you, what is the mission of Utter Vision? And please go ahead and share your personal story of facing multiple visa rejections as an immigrant from Iran, and how exactly did it inspire Utter Vision's mission to transform immigration consulting through automation and education?
It is always interesting and kind of like funny to me that everybody knows that my visa was rejected multiple times. like everybody knows I didn't come to Canada easily. Like that's kind of like a side story. I always try to look at it. But if I'm gonna give you like a story of what happened with Utter Vision, why I think Utter Vision is very important. I will, before I start about Utter Vision, I will just give you like a cornerstone of why I think our mission value.
Sure,
It's
go
about
ahead.
the value.
Mhm.
Did you know more than 93% of the world's billionaire
Hmm.
are the people who made their first 1 million in their whole family? Are the only people they made the first million in their whole family?
So they did not come from generational wealth.
No, it's not just coming from the billionaires. It's not coming from the millionaires, yes, but billionaires is not.
Millionaires, yes. Hmm.
Why? Because they're self-made characters.
Hmm.
Why? Because they start from scratch.
Right.
And what percentage of these people you think are immigrants, are second generation immigrants? I want you to tell me.
50% of them?
69.
I was close. That was a
You
long
were
shot
close.
still.
You were close. You
That was
were
still a
close.
long
But
shot,
you know
yeah.
what the percentage is that?
Yeah.
69% of those first-time millionaires, the whole family, and the billionaires are immigrants.
Wow.
Why? The way we need to look at it is why.
Right.
Because when you're an immigrant, I'm immigrant, I think you're an immigrant,
Right.
you have nothing to lose but everything to gain.
Exactly.
When you land in a new country, when you change your language, when you change your citizenship,
Right.
you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Right.
So you scratch for the moon. You aim for the moon, right?
Right.
So that's one thing about immigrants, and I think having an immigrant in every country, it's a value. It's a very important thing.
Right.
Even about the like countries that grow very fast,
Hmm.
it's usually about immigrants,
Right.
right? Like just look through the history.
Yes. Yes.
But about my personal story, because we don't want we don't have so much time. I'm gonna give you a very quick story. My visa was rejected multiple times.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't because I had any issue with my application, or I wasn't meeting any of the requirement the RCC was asking. It was because the consultants and the lawyers who submitted my visa application, they were not legally lawyers or consultants. They made mistakes. They made errors. I didn't want to go through immigration applications and learn the whole process for myself. I just thought maybe I can pass it to someone and can do it better. But who do you think submitted the application the last time that was approved?
Yourself?
It was myself.
Yeah.
After I went through everything and I learned it myself. So that were when the idea came. I didn't know what's problem. I just know there's something wrong with this market.
No, definitely
there is something wrong with the system, that after two consultants and one lawyer, they all get my application rejected, but I could do it myself. So when we dig down, when we start doing a statistic, doing more research, through just a statistic, we find out a very good, interesting numbers.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you a number, but the majority of immigration lawyers and consultants internationally, they don't have a license.
What? I can't believe that. And they're practicing, you're saying.
And they are not practicing, they are helping everyone. It's not just about practicing.
And
they hold the market. The thing that the most saddest story is those who don't have the license and consultants, they are the one who's setting the price in the market.
Right.
They are the major shareholders, not the ones who do. But why do you think is that? Why do you think is that the reason? Why do you think is that the cause?
It's a shortcut.
The problem is that even if you are a consultant, immigration consultants of Canada, you are only legally allowed to practice the law and
in Canada,
immigration policy of Canada.
Yeah.
You can't help people with US. You can't help people with UK. You can't help people with Australia.
The law is different,
The law is different. The requirement is different. And you can't even have the license of all those countries.
Yes.
So which one is better? To go study, spend a lot of time and money and get the license only for one country, or just learn how it works and start doing it for others and start making money? And you can actually not work for only one country. You can do for more. And you probably are originally from India. Like you probably seen that. Like when you talk to them, well, Australia, come here.
Yeah.
United States, come here. I'll do it for you. No problem. You know.
Right. I guess what do you mean?
That's the problem.
Right.
Okay. Even if you tell them, oh, do you have a license? Of course I have a license. They will give you someone's address, like in Australia, who's like working with them. You don't know who's submitting the application. You don't know if they actually know what they're doing. Because usually what they do is just like applying some templates to your application.
Exactly. Behind
and
the
submitting
camera,
it to government.
everyone knows that these things go on under the table, right? Yeah.
It's not like the problem is there's nothing we can do.
Right.
You see? Unless we use Utter Vision. So to that perspective, I can tell you why Utter Vision matters.
Go ahead.
Because Utter Vision provides you a very simplified platform, online portal, that with only $100 membership a month, you can start legally work as a consultant, not only for one country, but for multiple countries. So the way it works is you submit the visa application through the platform, our platform, and pay all the fees and associated fees. And those applications will be submitted to real immigration lawyers and consultants. So if anything happened, those lawyers are responsible. And if anyhow your application gets rejected, require reconsideration or anything, there's actually lawyers and consultants who will fight for your application. So those illegal or ghost consultants, they call them ghost consultants, they can start working legally with Utter Vision as long as you have Utter Vision.
Wow.
So that's what Utter Vision. And if I want to put it through different phases, like to understanding it better, is like back in the days, for you to work as a taxi, you had to go through licensing and meet certain qualification. Now you just download Uber and start, registering your car as an Uber or Airbnb. In Airbnb, you're not a hotel.
Right. Makes
Correct?
sense. Yeah.
Correct. You're just working in the same industry without needing all those licenses and requirements. So that's what Utter Vision is about. And my personal story is because I got rejected multiple times.
Yeah,
so I
had to do it yourself.
I had to think about it. I had to didn't have to do it myself, and now I'm regretting doing it because it's much harder than what I thought at the beginning. There's so much rules and policies applies to this sort of platform and portal. So much limitation because colleges are not happy, immigration consultants and lawyers are not happy.
Yes, no one is happy.
Nobody is happy.
And the price is so much, right? Yeah.
Well, the price is not so much actually, but the thing is, now we are going through all those phases that nobody's happy.
Right.
From both, like mostly this side, not from the ghost consultants. They are fine. They are happy to pay the fees, but these people are not. So we have to make sure everything will be moving forward legally, and we are not, cutting any edge and things like that. So now things are getting tough.
Well, this is definitely going to be a game changer for the immigration industry. For all of our listeners listening to this, if they have any immigration requirements, because even if they don't, their family and friends, someone, will have an immigration requirement,
Yes.
right? Uh, what would you suggest to them? How exactly should they, make the best out of Artivision? What's the next thing they should do?
Okay, so it's a very good question because Uttervision initially started as a DIY platform, do it yourself, providing you with educational courses and
Hmm.
videos so you know you're doing everything correctly,
Right.
right? So if they want to get the best out of Uttervision, they can just go and watch and don't trust the people they don't know,
Hmm.
or select the right people. They're always very honest, very good, like
Right.
good people in immigration that if you know one, why not?
Right.
Just go give your application to them. But the problem that comes with that, it's very costly.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not sure how many times you have to work with a lawyer or consultant, but their consultation is like $250.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Despite that, every services they may, do for you, like
Right.
1,000, 2,000. So for people international, this is a high fee to pay, especially they
Right.
have to pay it in Canadian US dollar, right?
Right.
So the best way I can tell them is to give it a chance yourself if you think you can. If you're not, don't fall into a trap of spending less and getting the best, because that's usually just a trap.
Hmm.
Because the real lawyers and consultants, they have to pay the fees to keep their license activated. They study years and years. Their service is not going to be very cheap. So find the
Right.
good ones and don't risk your life. Immigration is the most important
Exactly.
thing in your life. Don't risk it for just a couple of bucks.
No, that's very well worded, and thank you again for educating our listeners about that. Sahand, you're not just a founder, you're also a dedicated angel investor, right? Backing emerging startups with disruptive potential. With trends in AI, SaaS, and the future of work, they excite you as an angel investor. How do you see platforms like Artivision impacting immigrants and global mobility in a way?
How do I see that can impact, like Outer Vision can impact
The
the
global
global
mobility
mobility?
part of it.
Well, it will open up opportunities for people who could not afford immigration
To
before.
begin, yeah.
That would be part of the cost efficiency
So
of
if
the immigration
so,
applications.
if I were to give you a time machine right now and say you were to travel 5 or 10 years into the future, when you get off that time machine, how do you envision Artivision then? What do you see?
I see a fast forward, like a shortcut way to work in immigration industry. That's one thing I see.
Hmm.
The second thing I see is less illegal immigration consultants and less application getting rejected because not having enough knowledge, not educating yourself with the latest policy and immigration like laws and rules.
Right.
So those are the main effect I think we'll see down the
So do
road.
you aim to make Artivision a one-stop shop when it comes to immigration knowledge and execution?
That's the goal, but you never know about the start. That's why we call it a startup, right? Like you
Right.
you move through different phases and you see
Right.
which one is the best to approach to the market. You can't ever get the whole market. You can just focus on a
A
part that
specific niche,
a
yeah.
specific niche, a specific target geography. Even Uber right now is not like it's operating in all the countries.
Right. Yes.
Like so it's about the demographic. But yes, that's the effect we are trying to make. That's the impact.
Wow, that's an incredibly inspiring journey and a very powerful vision, Sahand. I don't want this conversation to come to an end, but due to time constraints, we'll have to let you go. But no worries, we'll do another episode where we didn't talk about anything in detail in this episode. We just touched upon some basics, but we'll do that in the next one. Before we let you go, Sahand, if there's any piece of key advice that you have for our listeners today, something that you want them to remember about Artivision, about you, what would it be and why?
I think I talked a lot about utter vision. I like to just making a statement for people who are started because I'm currently doing more angel investment
Mm-hmm.
than actually working on my own company. I like just to make a statement about the entrepreneurs in Canada
Mm-hmm.
because we are in Canada and I can see a lot of talents there.
Mm.
Is if you think you can or you can't, in both cases you're right. Just keep moving forward. Like that's the thing because it takes time. It's time consuming. And
Right.
I think some entrepreneur like including me, I needed to hear that back like long time ago. I needed someone to push me, like tell me it's okay, it's okay. If you are
A
getting
pat on the back,
if
yeah.
you are getting rejected by investor, it's okay. It doesn't mean your product is bad.
Yeah.
If you're not generating revenue, it's okay. If your most of your features you're launching with your app doesn't work, it's okay. It's
Right.
okay. Just keep making it better. Don't quit. Don't give up. You'll finally make it.
Wow, that's again a beautiful answer, Sahan. It was an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast. Thank you so
Much.
much
It
for
was.
sharing your expertise.
I'm happy to be here too.
All right, that was an insightful conversation with Sahand Vafaei, founder of Utter Vision, on how to start a business without money, the impact of having the right people, why immigration challenges matter deeply, and Utter Vision's innovative approach, and Sahand's vision for investing in disruptive tech. To all of our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. We really appreciate your continued support. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more expert insights and resources that can help your business thrive. Also, don't forget to visit our website, CanadianSME.ca. And lastly, a very special thank you to our podcast partners, RBC, UPS, A1 Global College, ADP, and Google for their ongoing commitments to empowering SMEs in Canada. So, until next time, keep innovating and striving for success, and we'll see you in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.